Hello, my name is Brainerd Carey. Today I'm talking about creating relevance with your work, creating importance with who you are as an artist. I'm an author and an artist. I've written the book New Markets for Artists, which is largely about internet sharing in the arts. And I've also written this book, Making It in the Art World, which is a workbook as well as a book describing the various levels that artists' careers can be planned along. This book is a description of how artists do it on the most professional levels, from major museum shows to street work. Today what I want to talk about is how is it that an artist's work becomes important, becomes relevant, becomes interesting, becomes talked about in the community, becomes something that is of interest to everybody. You may be a painter, a sculptor, filmmaker, video artist, installation artist. It doesn't really matter what your medium is. You create images, you create ways of seeing, and the viewer absorbs those. The difference between artists that are showing in galleries here and there or not showing that often, and artists who are showing a lot and are considered very important in their community, is the way that they're discussing their work and talking about what it is that they do. Now that may seem elusive to some of you. I'm not talking about an artist statement or a biography or a resume or even an elevator pitch. What I'm talking about is discussing what questions your work asks. This is really important because while there are many artists in the world producing all kinds of images, there aren't that many artists that are generating conversation and that are generating thought and ideas that can move into other fields. Take an artist like Christo, for example, who was the one who wrapped trees, bridges, did the gates in Central Park. Really lovely artist that's done some amazing works of art. His works of art are interesting, but it's how he spoke about them and presented them that makes them even more so. Christo discussed a lot about architectural space in his work, activating the ground as well as the sky, what it meant to look around you. These are ideas that curators and gallery owners are interested in because it allows them to talk about the work. So what I'm suggesting is, in order for your work to reach the next level, whatever level you're at, I mean, even if you're in museum shows now, to get even higher, to become even more important, what people do is they create seminars, they create discussions that are built around things that their work is discussing. So maybe your work is about meditation, or your work is about, I don't know, the effects of color on the eye, or politics, or a whole number of things. People often put together seminars, in other words, at a local library, at a art center, or at a museum. You propose bringing in 3 or 4 people on a subject. So you're discussing your artwork, you're the moderator of it, and you're bringing in people to talk about politics in the Middle East, because your artwork, let's say, is about politics in the Middle East. So you bring in a professor, another artist, a few other people who can discuss the issue openly in front of a small group. This is a way of bringing relevance and importance to your work. It allows your work to reverberate with meaning throughout the community, throughout the world, because it's more than just being an artist and generating an image or a sculpture. You're an artist generating ideas that could potentially change the way people think and act and relate to the world around them. That's the episode for today, essentially about writing and finding more relevance for your work. I would suggest that one way to begin this is to write an article for a magazine, propose an article about society, electronic culture, something that also has to do with your work, or put together a seminar for a group that discusses the topic on a level that's for the community, that a community could hear what's happening and the issues that you're bringing up through the voices of a group of people in a seminar. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, you can ask below. If you like the videos on this page or like this page, you'll get more from me. Thanks, and have a great day.